Hello students, welcome to SRIRAM's IAS channel. Welcome to this series of 1 PYQ a day. In this series, we pick up one question from the previous years and try to expand, try to elaborate it in such a way that you understand the demand of the question, you understand how to write the introduction and the conclusion, and how to get better marks, more than average marks. So we pick up one question in every video, and today the subject is Indian polity and we are going to pick up the mains question from 2023. Now this is a 15 marker question, which means you have to write its answer in 250 words, and it's a beautiful question asked on Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. Now as you know, Article 21 of the Indian Constitution has become a mammoth article. It has been expanding from a very long time thanks to the interpretation done by the judiciary. Now let's see what is written in the question and how to answer it. Now the Constitution of India is a living instrument. Now what is called a living instrument? Something which is living for a long period of time. Think about it, a constitution which was made in 1950s and forged in 1950s still has some relevance. How is it having the relevance? Because it is changing over a period of time. It has the tendency and the dynamism to change according to the changing society. When the constitution does not change according to the changing society, according to the changing behaviors of the people, then it becomes rigid. And that rigidity, under its weight, it crumbles down. That is something which was said by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So a little bit of flexibility is required. It should not be too much flexible, but a little bit of flexibility, and certainly flexibility according to the changing times is required. And Indian Constitution can be said as a very much living document because it has been evolving according to the evolving society and evolving needs of the modern times. So Indian Constitution is a living instrument with capabilities of enormous dynamism. It is a constitution made for a progressive society, isn't it? It is expanding its horizon. It is including so many new elements into it. For example, Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, and it is, going according to the changes in the society, according to the changes which are required in the modern progressive society, hand in hand with the modern progressive society. So it is a constitution made for a progressive society. Now what's the question here? It is asking you to illustrate with a special reference to the expanding horizons of the right to life and personal liberty. Okay, now you have to illustrate it. Let's start with the introduction. What would you write in the introduction? If you look at the intro, you can write about the changing nature of the Indian Constitution. You can write about the flexibility which the Indian Constitution has, the flexibility and the promptness which is not only shown by the Parliament but also by the court, because court has interpreted Article 21 very widely with a wider horizon, isn't it? So that is something which you can write in the introduction. Now the most important part is the body, what you are going to write in the body. Now if you see Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, it says right to life and personal liberty. The Supreme Court has interpreted this life and personal liberty in a very different manner. Supreme Court says that life is not animal existence. Life is not animal existence, but it is far more than that. What life really matters here, meaning of the life is, it is human existence. And when you call it a human existence, there are going to be elements which are needed for human existence. And all these becomes the part of life and personal liberty of the human being. What elements those could be? For a human existence, you would require livelihood. Okay, during the time of death, you require a dignified death. Along with it, when you want to marry, you want a choice, isn't it? So your choice to marry. Along with it, the same-sex marriage. In life, you require privacy, thanks to the Puttaswamy judgment. Along with it, the environment has to be clean. So, environmental rights, which includes right against climate change and the right for clean water, clean air, etc. And you need sound sleep. One of the most important thing, you need sound sleep. All these things are very much necessary. You also need bodily integrity, bodily autonomy and integrity. So all these things are very much required and are necessary for the human existence. And that is the reason why in different interpretations of the Supreme Court, in different cases which came in front of the Supreme Court has interpreted the meaning of life and liberty in so many different ways. Now you can very well conclude that Article 21 of the Indian Constitution does not only mean life which is animal existence, but life which is human existence. And this human existence consists of so many things: bodily integrity, livelihood, dignified death, choice to marry, same-sex marriage, privacy, environmental rights and other things. So this is how the horizon of Article 21 has been expanded to limits which is not seen throughout the world. So that's the reason why I said thanks to the judiciary for doing such a thing. The promptness of the judiciary, which is also helping in Indian Constitution to evolve according to the modern times. And also the Parliament is playing its role too. So these rights are very important, and this is what you have to write when they are asking about the special reference to the expanding horizons of the right to life and personal liberty. Now this is the expanding horizon. But at the same time, if you have to illustrate something, you will also write the other side of it. And what is the other side here? None of these rights can be said as absolute. Okay, there are several limitations on that. Not every time all the rights will be fulfilled 100% in the true spirit. Sometimes there will be lacunas, sometimes there will be restrictions. I hope you are getting this. Now, any of these rights, if you pick up, for example, right against climate change. Of course, it's a fundamental right given to you, but there are limitations. How much a government can do, because it's a global problem. So many governments have to come together. The whole world has to come together to answer this situation, to do something for this situation, to find out a solution. Not only the Indian government can do something. Okay. Of course, the livelihood of the people, which is also one of the rights here under Article 21, is affected because of the climate change. But still, the facilities available with the government, the strength available with the government is limited. And no government in the world can say it has all the resources necessary to counter this problem of climate change. And that is the reason why I am saying there is a antidote, or there is the opposite side to whatever rights which have been provided here. I hope you are getting this. So this is what you have to write. And in conclusion, you must write something which is more wider, which shows something which is of great nature. For example, Article 21 of the Indian Constitution has been expanding. Similarly, the other rights can also be expanded. The rights under Article 19 can also be expanded. The provisions of social justice can also be expanded. Okay, so you can take this idea further, that the expansion although is seen only, not only, I mean like the maximum expansion is seen under Article 21 of the Constitution, but such a thing can also be translated to other provisions of the Indian Constitution. It can be made more egalitarian, it can be made more efficient and effective, and more liberty, more freedoms can be given to the people. At the same time, the Constitution becoming more stronger, the Constitution becoming more stable, and more closer to the hearts and the minds of the people. So such a thing is very important for you to write in the conclusion. So this is how you answer this question. It was a very simple question, and just a little bit of awareness would allow you to write a beautiful answer which can fetch you maximum marks out of 15. So thank you very much for joining me in this video. I am going to meet you in the next video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.